What's happening in the world? Today's April 18th. My name's Reagan, and here are your past week's headlines. Low-key, this past week was violent, so I'm just going to hammer through this as fast as possible, and a viewer discretion is advised. We began the week with Russia starting to attack eastern Ukraine while their economy is scheduled to contract this year. US has 28,000 new COVID cases a day, but fewer than 600 deaths a day.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
No, I'm done now.
In her phone records, it was a guy called Robinson. Is that the guy?
No, I'm done.
A winter storm pounded the Pacific Northwest, blizzard conditions, and 90,000 without power in Oregon and Washington. Musk will not be joining Twitter's board, and a lady gave herself a self-induced abortion in Texas. A Gallup poll finds that 43% of Americans worry a great deal about climate change, and another 22% worry a fair amount about it. U.S. life expectancy continues a historic decline with another drop in 2021, study finds. And there was a mass shooting in New York City, Brooklyn to be exact. 16 people shot at 8:30 in the morning. There were delays all over. Now you can get 10 years in prison for abortions in Oklahoma. And Mariupol in Ukraine is practically destroyed, although Russia is asking Ukraine to surrender it before they advance any further. Sri Lanka went into default on its external debt, and rolling blackouts and food shortages were seen all over. You'll get E15 gas for the summer travel season, and landslides and floods killed 43 people in the Philippines from a summer tropical depression. A radical environmental group is calling for deflating tires of SUVs in wealthy areas to combat climate change. Nice idea, and sounds kind of fun, but it doesn't help much, sorry. Donors pledged $41 million to monitor thawing Arctic permafrost, and the 2020 hurricane season was wetter due to human-induced climate change. Ukraine opens a Russian drone and finds a Canon DSLR. Hey, I use a DSLR too. Their model they picked up was like from 2014, so it's kind of outdated, but it's still a great camera. We've now learned that mushrooms can talk to and protect each other with up to 50 words. Researchers identified this by sticking probes into the dirt and analyzing the electrical signals that came off and from various mushrooms, and they resemble language and communication. We heard all about the truck drivers protesting at the Mexico-Texas border, causing billions of dollars of damage. And a tornado in central Texas and Iowa, a bunch of people injured. A blizzard in North Dakota. And the golden toad was the first species known to be made extinct by climate change. Amber Heard made up abuse allegations, surprise. And Biden called what Putin did genocide. We're going to give Ukraine $800 million more for military support. Silica destroyed coal miners' lungs, and marijuana voted to end cannabis ban on a federal level. That headline does not make sense really, but we're making progress, right? A new nationwide poll found that 84% of teenagers believe climate change is going to ruin them if we don't do anything. Ukraine hit a Russian warship and it sunk. Another police officer killed a black man at a traffic stop. There was a modest rise in retail sales last month, and Twitter stock is up. Musk offered to buy out Twitter. Just buy it. NASA's going to launch an SLS rocket, 300-foot tall rocket with an Orion probe. The Artemis 1 mission later this year is going to send an unmanned crew around the moon. And the Britain government is going to move asylum seekers to Rwanda for economic partnership because people are commodities in capitalism. Yes, we know this. A 9-year-old was shot waiting to meet Easter Bunny at the mall. And flooding in South Africa kills hundreds. Climate change is wrecking septic tanks from Miami to Minnesota. And Zelensky says Russia has attacked them for 50 days straight. In fact, Ukraine's water system is at risk of complete collapse. Israelis clash with Palestinians, and China's entire automotive industry will stop if Shanghai's lockdown continues. Residents can't even leave their apartments and are reporting food shortages. A metaverse company is planning to offer immortality through the live forever mode. Also, in real life, we live in a world where harassment training exists. That's because we're the dumb, evil ape. Astronomers have detected a powerful radio wave laser known as a megamaser in space. And this record-breaking megamaser is the most distant one ever observed at 5 billion light years away from Earth. The light from the space laser traveled at a whopping 36 billion miles to reach our planet. 40 million Americans that get snapped will see their benefits plunge. And Broadway audiences have to wear masks until May 31st. Oil is moving higher, and air raid sirens are going off in Kyiv. And just like that, our climate pledges are going right out the window. The Biden admin is going to start selling leases to land for oil and gas drilling. Yes, 144,000 acres of land. A new COVID test that's 91% accurate, which can test infection as you breathe through a straw. And atmospheric rivers are causing Antarctica's peninsula's biggest ice shelves to collapse. Whee! Russia warns the West against sending weapons to Ukraine. And Russia banned British delegates from ever going there again. 12 more people injured at a mall. 3 people were detained so far for sure. New Mexico was on fire, still in a major drought there. And a mask mandate in Philadelphia is going on, but there's going to be a challenge to that rule today. Facebook is going in on short video and metaverse. And an explosion on an oil tanker outside Hong Kong. There was rare severe liver damage reported in kids in US and Europe. In Alabama, 9 otherwise healthy children have developed severe hepatitis. Doctors have yet to pinpoint the cause. And early morning Sunday in Pittsburgh, there was 10 shot and 2 died. And last but not least, people are reported to be getting sick from eating Lucky Charms. Our favorite American cereal is now getting people sick. There's also something in the water and the fast food. You ever notice that? George Carlin was right. We put the fast food restaurants right next to the hospitals. So you go get your fat burger and you go right to the hospital. Well, my name is Reagan the Doom Wizard, and this has been your past week's headlines. And please remember to hit the like button for all of us, and go to my Patreon, go to my PayPal, consider supporting this program. I research it and find all the assets every week. You guys have a great week, and I'll catch up with you soon.